This is Karen's weekend warm-up with the dates of July 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Welcome back, subscribers. Hello, all viewers. It's going to be a wonderful weekend in store for everyone. We have pulled a lot of aces in this tarot reading, so that's very good news. We've pulled the Ace of Summer, or the Ace of Cups, in the outcome position. The Ace of Swords is crossing us, but lets us know it's in the environment that any obstacles are just short term that we're experiencing. So let's go ahead and start in this beautiful reading that we have in store. We're coming from the Sun card, and here we have the fairy on his trusted steed. Here it is, the unicorn, which indicates purity. And artistic renderings in the 16th century, this would be indicative of Jesus Christ, which gives you a further example how that is significant of purity. And the sunflowers are the indicative of the fairy's happiness here in the foreground. So the sun is where we're coming from, so that's a good space to be coming from. You have basically everything that you've been working hard for is going to happen for you. You keep going, keep your thoughts positive and sunny, no pun intended. I mean, it's exactly, keep your thoughts sunny, and all your plans and goals will manifest in that high vibration. So with no further ado, let's move on to the Eight of Cups card. This talks about people now on the planet basically have this kind of sense of unrest, anxious, even apathy, but that's not really their energy. But along with this card, you need to know that everything is definitely going to be okay. So that's the message, the insight to gain here. But the Eight of Cups, people want more out of life. Things that have come before, it's not enough. That kind of life that they have had before is not enough for them. They're reprioritizing, they're walking away from situations that no longer serve them. Here we have an angel, and she walks down the trail. There is sun here in the deep dark of the forest, so that's like the light at the end of the tunnel. She's walking towards a new life. She's laden down with her burdens. Her belongings are she's holding on to in each arm in pails and butts. And to me it looks like Hiawatha, because she's got her strappy sandals on, walking down the path through the forest. But these are fairies. The fairy here is wearing strappy sandals. She's walking to a bigger and brighter future. So it's the desire for a more meaningful life. Things have not turned out exactly what you wanted. You know, it's realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. So it's a need for more spiritual illumination in one's life. And then again, crossed by the Ace of Winter, and here we have the fairy. She has crystal clear thought above her. This is the magic at her disposal that she can create. Clear crystalline thought is floating above her head, and in her hands she has magic. And her trusty sidekick here, it's not a Bengal tiger. It's not a saber-toothed tiger, because you don't see any extended teeth. But this is a strong and mighty, that's the power that she's going to grow into. It's like a tiger. We don't know what kind of tiger it is. And it's a white tiger. Beautiful tiger. Anyway, that's indicative of the power that she's going to grow into. And let's talk a little bit more about that. The environment surrounding here, when you pull swords, it indicates that you're cutting through adversity. And there's an opportunity. It's not going to be, what was I going to say? Yeah, you shouldn't be deterred by any challenges because they're moving away. And so the Ace of Swords means cutting through things that no longer serve you. It's important to communicate. Important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas that should be implemented. And exactly, maybe there's a new opportunity coming to you where you thought you were definitely stuck. You didn't know where you were going to be able to go. Things looked like they were shut down, that there wasn't an opportunity for you. But here comes an opportunity that makes it clear that anything that you're experiencing in present time is passing by. It's just for now. And it's also a lesson about keeping the faith. A lesson about keeping the faith. Now, keeping optimistic. Seeing the cup half full. Seeing the cup half full. And then we're moving on. The King of Winter. This is in your near future. The King of Winter, this kind of reminds me of an angular person who has angular features because they are truly in their analyzer. They value intelligence above all else. But at the same time, they are humanitarians, but there might be a little bit too much running from their analyzer instead of from their intuition. So they abide by the rules, but this kind of person you need in their corner because in this world, they can deal with those type of people. They can deal with the legislatures. They can deal with the attorneys. They can deal with people who love. They can deal with accountants. They see things in black and white. But they can be your in your corner because they can translate between the both worlds of those people that are creative and think in more of a miraculous space, and they can go back and forth between the analyzer, and they have their intuition, but they're not going to give as much credence to it. So you understand what I'm saying? Do you know anybody like this in your world? You love them dearly, but at the same time, they don't really get you as much as you get them. So get advice from someone professional and objective. This could speak of public speaking. Unemotional, yeah. So if you need somebody who speaks well and can hold their space in front of large audiences, and they just they're just charismatic and dreamy, and they know how to deal in the quote-unquote real world. They know how to operate through that world because they can't see people's true motives. Because if they did, they wouldn't be able to float through as magically as they can. And so their inability to see all sides is actually to their benefit because they can't see people's motives, so that doesn't deter them. And they're tenacious, and they will rally until the job is done. Know anybody like that, male or female, that's in your corner that doesn't really get you, but you definitely understand where they're coming from, and you enjoy their sense of humor? It's a little bit too pointed for you, and they don't know how to soften some of those edges. So that's what this card bespokes of, the King of Winter. And here with this card, you have the king, and he has his owl as his trusty sidekick. Here he's all about the intellect, and the owl is the wise old owl, but he's not coming from sage wisdom. It's from the intellect. He cherishes the intellect. Okay. And then the Four of Winter card is talking about, and this isn't our future. That was in our near future. This isn't our future. This is talking about how it's best. This looks like a weekend space to me. I've already done some of this myself. I didn't stow away in a tree, but I did take a long, not a winter's nap, this being the winter card, but a summer nap to restore my faith in life. And that's where we are going as the weekend is here. People are slowing down. And the pine cones talk about spiritual wealth. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful, cherished, that the fairies stowed away in this grandfather pine tree and in retreat space, and there's snow. It's almost like a hibernation space where they can go, collect their thoughts, get back to themselves, get back to what really is important in life, and they're on their path. What's important, what can be thrown away or cleared away, what do they need to retain to be authentic folks. And that's where you're at. You're shoring up your reserve so that when you're duly tested, when the work week comes along, that you have enough energy to power through. So this is your power nap, your power retreat. And then we'll talk of the Ace of Summer, and hallelujah, hallelujah. Hey everybody, this is what we want to see, because this is the opportunity that comes from somewhere that we weren't expecting. This is wonderful. This is an opportunity that comes, and this is a romantic person. Maybe it's a renewal of romance in your relationship that you currently have going on right now. So you don't have to go, he's right in front of you, she's right in front of you. There she is. Make some dinner for her. Oh, birthday gift on the horizon. Hey. So, open your heart to love, because here's the opportunity. You're missing that person. They're right underneath your nose. It also talks about really good platonic friendships. Those are valued. Ace, who doesn't value a good platonic friendship? This is actually somebody who gets you and who you get back and who you have long phone calls to, you cry on their shoulder, that kind of thing. Platonic friendships. Also, your psychic abilities are taking huge steps. It's like, oh yeah, this is a beautiful card. Here the fairy is at the foot of the Chalice Well, then Glotsonbury. This is Scotland, and this is where they said that the Holy Grail was where the Holy Grail is, and Joseph of Arimathea put it there, planted it there. So this is a beautiful picture as it talks about your psychic abilities opening, and this is one of the gifts, spiritual gifts that you get that is more cherished than money, because you take it with you when you pass from this side of the veil to the other side of the veil. It's a gift that keeps on giving. You take it with you. Your awareness, your ability to see and know spirit goes with you. Something that doesn't leave. And when the body no longer ceases to be, you take your gift with you of being able to see spirit. When you snap the silver cord, you're still able to see and know of spirit, and that's a wonderful thing. Because when they do the life review, and when all your cherished relatives come, when they meet you when you cross the veil, money can't buy that. I mean, it was worth it. So know that your spiritual gifts are a gift from God, from you people that have had out-of-body experiences. Well, you lucky individuals are not so lucky, because you know what you're missing, you think. But your time here should be cherished, Live like this is this could be the last day you had, you know. Live every day to its nth level. So that's the Ace of Cups, a beautiful card, Ace of Summer. I mean, how synchronistic, what an epiphany, what an aha moment to see this card. And ooh, wow, there's more to life than the oh yes, it's like here, my hand's opening. That's like going through the tunnel and seeing spirit at the end. So there was a lot there, but it gives me hope. I'm hoping it gives you hope, you cherished people, my cherished friends, my channel viewers. Thank you so much for being such a beautiful audience. Until the next time, I wish you so much love and joy. Have a beautiful weekend. Cherish it. Bye-bye.